If you don't know these 3 things before the age of 18, as a man, you are going to be cooked. Now, I just turned 18, bro, and these are things I wish I knew or things that I knew that I'm going to teach you that your dad did not teach you. Now, the first thing, girls are literally just ducks. Y'all, I just throw y'all off there. What do I mean by that? What happens if you chase ducks, bro? They're running away. They're nowhere to be found. They're running away from you, bro. They're swimming away. Dude, you go and get what they like, bread, and you come back with the bread because you did it first. They're coming to you now, bro. You didn't even put in no work. You just got the bread so you could eat it, and they just randomly come. But I realized, bro, like, if you really want these girls, why would you not focus on yourself and then they come to you? That's a win-win. So what I did is that I just locked in. I got decently big, you know what I'm saying? Not the biggest. I caught my own hyperspeed Tesla. This is off one of my e-com stores I started. I'm not telling y'all this to flex on you. Y'all could literally do this stuff too, bro. I'm not special in any way. In fact, I'll teach y'all, bro. DM me the word e-com on IG, E-C-O-M on Insta. I'll get y'all right. It's like, bro, y'all are wasting your time. You're chasing these girls, right? But what happens when there's a different guy who focused on their mission first? Now he took a win because he has what he fulfilled his purpose in life and he came back. You cannot beat those type of guys. After you reach 18, bro, it's either you have no motion or you have motion. It's not ugly or cute no more. It's not really broke or rich. That's all it is, bro. Fulfill your purpose, you did it. Now, the second thing you need to know as you grow up, gang, is people respect you based on how you present yourself. I'm not saying you have to be the most attractive guy, but if you walk in a room with confidence, bro, you're not shy, you're not timid, and you give off a powerful presence, the spirit God gave us, you will get respect from anybody and he'll open up so many new doors for you. The third thing every man needs to know is to stop fugazing. We left this word in 2023, so don't start with it in the comments, please, bro. But it's literally messing y'all up. It's making y'all look at these girls so lustfully to the point where you don't know how to have a conversation with a girl and it's making you extremely awkward. But I say the main things you need to do before you turn 18, get your soul right, get your body right, then get your bread up. And I'm literally willing to teach you how to get your bread up. DM me the word ecom on IG.
Gentlemen, let's talk about sharing the load. Now, I could go on this whole rant about what women deserve, but y'all not gonna listen to that. I'm going the self-interest route. There's an alarmingly high amount of men that leave women during the pregnancy and after the baby gets here due to not getting enough attention. That's some selfish shit. Still, these men do it anyway, but it's obviously due to a lack of understanding. This woman will be the primary caregiver to this new child. She is in mommy mode. Mommy brain is not worried about anything sexy. Mommy brain does not think about quickies. Mommy brain ain't thinking about giving up the neck. Mommy brain ain't worried about what she looked like when she walked by in them leggings. If you want to retain that sexual creature that came before the child, then you need to give her a break. Give her time to be with herself as an individual. Wash bottles, put the kid down, wake them up, get them dressed, bathe them. Whatever takes up her time the most is what she's going to be the most focused on. Women get turned on the most when they're at peace. New babies do not come with peace. So if you ever want a normal sex life again, share the damn load.
Hey, what's up, family? Things that your daddy should have told you, part 2. Might be some triggers, it might even be some profanity, but we're going to keep this 100. Never surrender your independence. Have your own money, your own place to live, and your own transportation. Don't let somebody control your life because they control the money. Do not trade your dignity for dollars. Number 2, have some standards and never lower them, period. Point blank. Lower your expectations of people, but not the standards of the people that you allow in your life. Number 3, have you some boundaries. Because of the pussification of men in this generation, women, y'all got to be careful. He'll be romancing you one day, calling you bro the next, and the next day trying to put his hands on you. Have some boundaries on what you accept and what you won't accept, and hold to those things. Number 4, you can't help somebody that don't want to help themselves. You're going to waste your time, waste your energy, and your resources. You can't convince somebody that they should do better because you're going to have to keep convincing them. So don't do that. Level up, live your best life. I love you.
Here's some more shit your dad should have taught you about attention. Be mindful where you pay your time and attention. Attention is currency. That's why it's called paying attention. You need to fearlessly audit who you're giving your time to, who you're giving your attention to, and then fire and promote accordingly.
Hey, what's up, family? Let's talk about some things that your daddy should have told you about relationships. First and foremost, this applies to men, it applies to women of all ages and backgrounds. It is your choice who you're in a relationship with. See, you don't have expectations for a person, but you have expectations for your life. And if this person is taking you away from where you want to be and who you want to be, then they're not the right person for you. Let's talk about the laws of mutuality. First and foremost, we got to have a mutual respect for one another. That is something that cannot be compromised. Where disrespect exists, you're going to be miserable, angry, and bitter. Number two, we got to have a mutual attraction for one another. Now, attraction goes beyond just the physical. Attraction is your vibe, it's your smell, it's your personality, it's your intellect, it's the way you move, it's the way you treat others. It's bigger than just how you look. How you look is important, but that's not going to be the end-all, be-all. Number three, we got to have mutual energy and mutual pursuit of one another. It can't be a situation where I got to keep chasing you and you just keep playing hard to get. No, baby, you need to chase me too. You feel me? I want to be chased, so I'm going to chase you, but I want you to chase me back. See, that's when we know we got something we can build on. If it's one way, eventually I'm going to get tired of pulling the load. Number four, and I know y'all going to trip, but we need to have a mutual freakiness. You feel me? I might want to bite you on your ear and smack you on your backside, and you're like, oh, I'm not with all of that. See, if you're not with that, then you're going to turn away my pursuit of you and my attraction and me trying to get you. And then that's just going to be a problem. Because if we don't like the same things, or at least are willing to try the same things, then that means that we're going to look elsewhere. Now, I know some of the skeptics are going to say, well, people going to do that anyway. Baby, there are no guarantees in relationships. Each time you meet a person and start a relationship, you don't know what you're going to get. Yes, I know people say, well, they'll fool you. They'll act one way, a certain way, and then they'll change. Baby, let me tell you something. If you find out in 6 months that the person you're dealing with is not right, count that as a blessing. You didn't have to waste 10 years or 15 years with somebody that you're not connected to. And lastly, number 5, we need to have mutual spirituality. I believe that we need to kind of believe the same thing, because if I believe in praying and seeking God for my answers, and you believe in burning sage and putting a nickel at the doorstep, who's going to settle our disputes? Who do we go to? Do we go to Jesus or we go to the nickel? See, so avoid all of those conflicts, because if we don't have the same pursuit and spirituality, then we have no common ground when it comes to settling our disagreements or how we're going to base and operate in this relationship. So look at these signs and understand that it is your choice who you decide to live your life with. You are not stuck. You just stayed. I love you. Level up and live your best life.
5 things your dad should have taught you. Number 1, how to be a man. This is your masculinity, the way you carry yourself, and your identity as the man you are. Number 2, how to properly groom yourself. Shaving, hygiene, clothes, shoes, facial details, etc. Number 3, an emergency savings. You want to have 3 to 6 months of overhead in case of a rainy day. Number 4, jealous friends. The higher you level up, the less friends you have. And number 5, women. Most of us learn the game through trial and error. Keep a rich mentality.
Lessons every father should teach his son. Learning how to recognize and control your emotions in situations will be your greatest asset. It won't come in handy in any situation. Dealing with a breakup, stress at work, stress at home. Your greatest victories or your smallest losses, even down to a confrontation at the bar. Being the man with a steady hand and is tactful in his words will prove to be more helpful than you would ever think.
Men who were raised only by their mothers behave like women. So if you're a man and you're seeing this, then the algorithm thinks that's you. So here are 10 things your dad should have taught you so you can be and move more confidently in this world as a man, like you're supposed to. Look out for number 2, because that may be the most important one, but you be the judge. Number 10. Do things that you'll be excited to tell your kids one day. Create stories worth telling. Being a man who's a good storyteller is being a man worth listening to. Number 9. Write down your goals and tasks for the following day the night before, and make sure to include time frames. It will give you structure and purpose when your alarm goes off. And being a man requires purpose. Number 8. Work out while reading audiobooks. Music is great, don't get me wrong. But being a man means you should be able to tap into your animal without it. Also, you'll be strengthening your body and your mind at the same time. Number 7. As a man, you're naturally built to fix problems. That's what you want to do. But remember, that's not always the optimal move. Sometimes, even if it seems like an easy fix, all the other person wants you to say is, hey, I'm here with you. Number 6. Being a man means you never wait too long to have a difficult conversation. Face it head on and immediately. By the same token, if you have kind words or encouragement to give someone, give it to them on sight. Number 5. Your word is your reputation. Just because you can't hear people talking about you doesn't mean it's not happening. Give them something good to talk about. Number 4. Give a firm handshake. This is more important than you'll ever imagine. Number 3. Learn to say no and not feel the need to give an excuse. You will earn more respect if you have enough confidence to not explain yourself all the time. Number 2. Every night, spend 15 minutes meditating and praying. Let the Most High be the last thing on your mind before bed. Finally, number 1. Do things with your hands. It doesn't matter if you're making a coffee table, planting a garden, or writing a letter. You need to be familiar with the accomplishment that comes with doing things with your hands. You may already know some of these, but for the most part,
Here's 6 pieces of advice your dad never taught you. People are going to talk no matter what. You might as well let them and continue to do you. Do your best to do no harm and leave every person, place, and thing the way you found it. You're going to get rejected many times, and the more you get rejected, the less it affects you. So don't be afraid to go out and get rejected. Investing in yourself is not selfish. It's actually the most worthwhile thing you can do. You are what you say to yourself, so be careful with the words you use. Never try to ingratiate yourself with anybody who doesn't deserve it, unless it's your boss.
So young men, I'm going to share with you something my father never shared with me. If you are a teenager or in your 20s, this is for you. Number 1, focus on making money as much as you can and learning how to manage your finances. And I'm not talking about getting some high school job that's paying you crap. Learn how to make thousands upon thousands of dollars as fast as you can. If you start making 6 figures by the time you hit 21 or 22, you're going to be ahead of 99% of people your age. Number 2, surround yourself with successful people, motivated people, and leaders. Don't mess up by hanging around a bunch of lowlifes. If you hang around the right people, they can help you land jobs, career, and business opportunities that you wouldn't land otherwise. Even if you're in college, hang around winners. Hang around people that's doing what they're supposed to do to graduate, because 9 times out of 10, these are the guys that's going to be leaders and connections for you down the road. You may not see it now, but when you hit your 30s and your 40s, those same dudes that you graduated college with is going to be CEOs and big business owners. And guess what? They may want you to partner with them or be an investor into their business. Number 3, focus on your health and stay fit. Having an active lifestyle will help you be in a great headspace. Don't be cooped up in a room all day studying or playing video games all day. And listen, there's nothing wrong with playing video games. I'm a gamer myself, but you got to stay active. And number 4, don't commit yourself to a woman too early. In other words, don't get married too early. I got married when I was 19. Yeah. And I didn't have anyone telling me the advice that I'm giving you, or I would have never got married. My first marriage went downhill fast because we didn't know what the hell we were doing. We didn't know how to manage money. We didn't know how to make money. We didn't know what we wanted to do in our careers. We just wasn't ready. So don't make that mistake just because you fall in love. Trust me, when you get married, you're going to need more than love. For more mindset tips like this, join my private Facebook group in the bio.